There's a snowstorm forecast for Snowdonia, and also the temperatures are going to be below zero. So I'm thinking that this is a good time to do a sub-zero temperature range test and also get a chance to see the mountains of Snowdonia covered in a sheet of snow. And as always, I'm taking you guys along for the journey, and I'm proper excited for this one. The vehicle's been on charge overnight and is at 100%. The outside temperature right now is 0 degrees. And I'm going to set off for Snowdonia, and I will see you guys when we get there. We've reached our destination and it's bloody freezing outside. The temperature dropped all the way down to -2 on the way here. We have covered 187.5 miles and we have a 9% battery remaining and a 19-mile range remaining, which gives this vehicle a sub-zero range of 186.5 miles. And I think that this might be the lowest range that the vehicle will possibly do because the temperature was in the minuses. But we will check and see how it performs on the way back before we make any conclusions. And by the way, I've had the heating on number 2 all the way here because it's bloody freezing outside. I've put the car on charge and I'm in some proper excruciating pain because the cold weather makes my pains even worse. So I'm going to take my painkillers and lie down in the back for many hours whilst the car's charging up. And it's going to be pitch black by the time I get to tonight's park up. So I'm going to call it a night now and I will see you guys in the morning. Morning. It was proper freezing last night, a proper chilly one, but check out this view. This doesn't even feel like I'm in the UK. It feels like I'm in the Swiss Alps or something like that. And my God, is it beautiful here. And I'm still in loads of pain from yesterday, so I'm going to take my painkillers and go back to bed. I don't think I'm going to get much done today. And I will leave you guys to admire this beautiful scenery. This is how I managed to camp out in freezing temperatures and still be comfortable. Every EV has a preheat function on it, and this one's preheat function runs off the app and also it runs off the key. So when I go to bed, I take this key with me, and at night time, if I start feeling cold, I just press this button and it activates the preheating. I've got it set to 18 degrees, and what this will do now is it will run the preheating for half an hour and then go off. And because of this function, these freezing cold campouts have been really comfortable. I did do some campouts in freezing temperatures in my diesel 3 series, but in order to do that, when I felt cold, I used to have to get out of bed, start the vehicle up, wait for the vehicle to warm up, then switch the heating on, and once the interior was warm, then I'd have to get out of bed again to switch the vehicle off. Whereas this one is totally instant and it's so easy. I'll demonstrate it for you again. The heating's off. Just press this button and there you go. I don't even have to get out of bed for this. This has to be one of my most favorite features of this EV. Morning. This is the following day now. I didn't get much done yesterday because I was in so much pain. I just took my painkillers and lay down in the back of the vehicle and just sulked all day. But I'm feeling better today, and we're gonna go driving up into those mountains to see if we could see some of them snow-covered peaks close up. So let's go exploring. The plan for today is to charge the vehicle up to full because the last charge was about 2 days ago, and then I need to get something to eat, and then we're driving back to Leeds today, hopefully through them snow-covered mountains. And I just can't wait to experience them mountains close up. I'm sure it's going to feel like a proper magical place. So let's go and see what it's like up there. The vehicle's charged up to 100% and I've had a small light snack for breakfast. And that's because these painkillers give me really bad dry mouth and I don't really feel like eating nothing. The trip computer's been set to 0 and now we're gonna go exploring up into the mountains. My God, does this area look beautiful. The views are getting more and more stunning the higher we go. I'm going to continue driving and I leave you guys to enjoy these spectacular and stunning views. My God, this area looks so beautiful. Who needs to go to Switzerland when you've got this in the UK? And who would have ever thought that the UK would look so spectacular and beautiful? I've lost count of the amount of times that I've said wow in the last hour. And by the way, when we set off, the temperature at the charger was 4 degrees, but the temperature up here is hovering between 0 and -1. I'm going to continue on to Leeds and I will see you guys in a bit. Just a quick update for you. As we've come down from the mountains, the temperature's risen and is now hovering between 0 and 1 degrees. And the snow has turned into rain. And because we're having to use the wipers on full power, I think that's really hammering the range to the extent where I'm starting to get rather worried and I'm having doubts on whether the vehicle is going to make it home or not. So let's see if it's going to actually reach home. So I'm going to continue on towards home now, and I will see you either when we run out of charge or when we get home. We only just made it home with no miles left at all, and that journey has to be one of the worst journeys that I've ever had. And just so that I could make it home, I had to drive half of this journey with the heating off, and I'm absolutely frozen. We have covered 167.1 miles, and if we had have kept the heating on all the way, I'm sure we would have covered even less. So best case scenario for this vehicle is 300 miles in the summertime, and in the winter you can quite easily half that. And one other issue is the fact that the battery is so low that it won't even let me run the heating, and I'm absolutely frozen. So let's get this thing plugged in so I can at least warm up with the heating. My god, this day just keeps getting worse and worse. I've just plugged it in and it's giving me this error message and it's not charging. And I'm fortunate because I'm outside my own house, but can you imagine this happening to you 100 miles away from home? So it's giving me this error message and it's displaying this on the screen, and I don't know what to do with this. So I'm gonna play about with this and let's see if we can get it working. I've just managed to get this to start charging. The issue wasn't with the vehicle, it was with the Omi charger. I had to reset the charger and now it's started working, but it's taken me over half an hour to get to this stage. So we've been parked up here, plugged into the charger for over half an hour, and we're still at 0%. These are the joys of owning an EV. I found another issue with this bloody vehicle. I've been home for well over half an hour now and the vehicle is charging, but there's no heating. When I switch it on, it shows this error message and the fans are coming on, but it's giving out freezing cold air, and I was already cold when I got here, and this thing's making matters even worse. Imagine being stranded and this happens. It's been over an hour since we got home and we've charged up to 14%, and finally the heating's decided to start working, and I am absolutely frozen right down to the core. I've never been this cold in my life, and yeah, this feels really good now. We've finally got heat. Granted, my fingers and toes have gone numb, but at least we have finally managed to get heat. And if this was a petrol or diesel vehicle, I would have been nice and warm right from the start. That's all for now, and thank you for watching, and please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will leave you guys with this annoying message.